Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Diana Romanovska and I am a certified family law specialist practicing divorce in the Bay Area, California. Today I would like to talk about custody of children when parents are going through divorce and one parent is, let's say, working regular business hours or sometimes from home, and the other parent has the weird hours, meaning fireman, nurse, pilot, where the schedule is not predictable. And let's say they agree to 50-50, but the other parent is unable to spend the time when they have their 50% and they give the child to their parents, grandma, grandfather, boyfriend, girlfriend. How do we handle in California law these kind of situations? So first, there is a thing called the right of first refusal. So for example, if I give up our child to my husband and we're divorcing, then if he cannot spend, let's say he has a work trip and he picks up our daughter from school and he has a work trip, and grandma will pick up and spend the night and the evening, I can exercise so-called right of first refusal. It means I have the right to say no if they ask me to keep my daughter with me for the time he cannot take care of her for. And we can pick a time. For example, if he's unable to spend with her more than 8 hours, if he knows he's not going to come back on that day for 24 hours, 8 hours a night, then I can say, actually, I will take her instead of grandma. And it could be 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 24 hours. It could be all kinds of arrangements. Average, I would say 8 hours. However, in cases where it's high conflict cases, the judges don't like a right of first refusal because it creates a lot of interaction and a lot of friction, and it's not in best interest for the child to have that conversation. For example, if I live in San Francisco and my husband is next to the airport, let's say 45 minutes away, and I'm exercising my right of first refusal, then who's going to drive? Who's going to drive to pick up and drop off? If he's the one who cannot spend time with our daughter, then I would say you got to drive. But he's not there, so I have to probably drive, or someone else from his family is going to drop off our daughter at my house. Or it creates friction about the driving, about the location, about the exchanges. It creates, and then when he's back and I have plans with her and he's like, oops, I'm back, then I'm dropping everything and drive her again, or is he picking up? So it creates things that need to be arranged. And it could be resolved by saying receiving parent drive. So if I'm picking her up, then I drive. If he's picking her up, he drives. One way to solve it. So I have often the not judges reject the right of first refusal. Now, let's say the situation is not about the schedule, but more about the parenting. Let's say each time our daughter comes back home, she is sick, she has blue spots on her body, means she fell, she's poorly dressed, and has stomach problems. So meaning they're not feeding her well. So these problems are the most common problems that parents, usually women, complain about the other side, that they're not doing all these things. And so in order to resolve that, we exchange, mother says to the father, look, this is what you need her to feed, this is when she needs to go to bed, this is the temperature. Sometimes they had issues where they would turn on the air conditioner too cold and the child would get sick, or they wouldn't turn it on at all and the child would be overheated. So to determine all these little details and then create a log in exchanging, okay, today our child ate already banana, so don't give it to them. Things like that could be also resolved through really good communication. But again, in divorce cases, usually it's not what happens. And that's when right of first refusal becomes a problem, and mothers want more time with their children, not because they just want to tease the other parent and they hate them, that happens too, but mostly because they see that they have more work to do with the child because the child is not sleeping and coughing and vomiting and diarrhea. I mean, all kinds of issues. So they want to spend more time. I usually encourage to spend equal amount of time and provide all these instructions, communications in place so that parents can co-parent, because I tell my client, have a life, create your own business, date. I mean, it's impossible to smother your child to the point where, you know, it's overly protective. And it's hard for me to say because I'm this way myself most of the time, but sometimes it gets difficult even for me to be this way. So it's good to have a balance and to be able to detach so the child can also learn different parenting style. For example, when Outer sleeps with me, she does all kinds of things. She turns me around. She just does this on my nipple. I mean, it's impossible to sleep, but yet when she sleeps with grandma, she sleeps alone next to her, perfectly fine, and I'm sleep deprived. So it's important to allow this balance back and forth so the child can get adjusted to different kind of environment. And it's better for the development. In fact, when I notice with travel, she develops faster when we come back or in during the travel, and learns faster, more impressions, more. Anyway, so the point of this video is that right of first refusal exists. Typically, custody is going to be split 50-50 during the divorce. It could be 2-2-3 schedule, meaning 2 days mom, 2 days dad, 3 days mom, and 3 days is the weekend. So the next weekend is dad. So they alternate, right? So every other weekend, and then 2 days and 3 days during the week, each parent gets that amount of time. So when children are a little bit older and parents living close together, possible to do week on, week off. The reason why the kids need to be older, because it's a long time away and someone needs to drive them. So if parents are far apart from each other, it's going to be tough to drive them from the other location to school, from school, and they end up 2.5 hours each way or each day in traffic. So not good either. So that's custody. I think I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, if you have any questions, ask me in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in my next video or in my next consultation. Bye!